Hey, the following can contain some intense language and is intended for a mature audience, so viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, I'm Black Snake. Yeah, black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my brew, still sip me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They ain't teach where I'm from. Had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world they hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Hold me, never run from Black Snake. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in her ex and my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. Black Snake. They talk war in the streets. I see more than they see in the tower. Drive by, man, I glide by stealth. Broomstick, bring stone, cold shower. I ain't glorified shots, that's great. That's moms in black, that's waves. Of boys that ain't make old age. So I ain't my rage at the cage. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in her ex and my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start.
Ronald Weasley. It's Leviosa. Leviosa. Stop.
Actors, ho! Helen Hunt.
Samuel Jackson.
Matt Damon.
Hey, boys! Look what I got here! Hey, where are the white women at?
My people cried in theaters finding relief. Holla. White people cry so they can see us as human beings. They recognize propaganda they spew.
I am black.
And try to weaponize everything that we do.
Difficult, not impossible.
Batman owns the night. Now taste fear. Wait, what? Oh, God! Oh, my back just snapped like a pack of uncooked spaghetti! Oh, you just walk up and break my back without saying a word! Oh, boo! Boo on you, sir!
That's Spain.
My childhood became alive the day that Luke Skywalker died from being tired. How the fuck did Jedi die from being tired? My childhood became alive the day that Han Solo just died and I didn't cry.
This is Last Grossman. Who is this?
This is Flaming Dragon!
Oh, okay. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Grab a chalk, plug in the game, it's the Chalkzone, baby, no 2 rounds the same. We got pixels, polygons, mayhem galore. TJ's on the sticks and he's kicking down doors. Oh, the Chalkzone. Oh, the Chalkzone.
This is history in the making. Something in me's awakened. I just wanna breathe and embrace it. Look up in the sky, you can see where I'm aiming. I never be denied, my destiny is awaiting. All the naysayers stayed praying that I wouldn't make it. Had to look inside, find a motivation. See, I want this more than everything. I will die turning dreams into realization. Staring in the mirror, having conversations. Telling myself, we don't stop, we gon' drive. We may fall, but we gon' fly. It's showtime. This isn't where you give up, this is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. History in the making. History in the making. This is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. Let's go. Blood, sweat, and tears from the brave spirits. Those who paved the way keep my faith in it. Looking up at the posters of my heroes, cause it was impossible until they did it. Man, we build bridges and break limits, trying to make a better way when the day's finished. For the future, we winning if they winning. This is our story, I just wanna leave a page in it. I'm focused like it's no net beneath me, and I'm walking on a high wire, soul like a wildfire. I don't want it, I need it, it's beyond desire. This is where I climb higher, and this is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. History in the making. We gotta plant a seed for the future. Plant a seed for the future. Even if we never live to see the shade. Even if we never see the shade. We gotta plant a seed for the future. We gotta plant a seed for the future. Even if we never get the glory or the praise. Let's go. This is history in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise now. Come on. This is where you shine now. You've been waiting for this your whole life. You've been waiting for this your whole life.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Giving it all. Hey. Yeah. I'm giving it all I could give. Run up and taking my pick. Then bringing it back to the crib. Yeah. You know how I go. We finding the gold, the deeper we dig. So we just keep digging till we finally get it. Like fuck it, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Yeah. I gave you my word, don't break it for knowing. You know I'ma keep what I said. Ready for war, I've been deep in the trench. Been jumping since I had them squeaks in the bed. Ice in my body, I'm cold under pressure. Recovered like I had no heat in the vents. Shooting, I don't have a conscience, too much to accomplish. You know I can't leave it to chance. Yeah, throw it in the bag. Throw some dots, I'm Jackson Dart. I'm out of pocket playing tag. Catch me if you can, empty out the mag. Took the lead, I run the track, and I'm never looking back. Going for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, let's see who remains. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, will you be the same? 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 When the dust settles, let's see who remains. I'm giving it all I could give. Run up and taking my pick. Then bringing it back to the crib. Yeah. You know how I go, we finding the gold, the deeper we dig. So we just keep digging till we finally get it. Like fuck it, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I keep those around me I trust. Only the family, not much to discuss. Ashes to ashes, we brush off the dust. Fuck what they say, get the fuck on my nuts. They me the villain, fuck it, I'm the villain. I'm waiting at dusk, a bag in the trunk. Cover my face like I'm hush, you know they not fucking with us. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, let's see who remains. Show up for the moment, always rolling with the punches. Find a way to see through the ceiling, put above us. Smoke is in the air, keep it heavy in abundance. When the dust settles, will you be the same?
Oh, I'm excited to grill some people.
Let's go.
I've already got my shit list.
Let's go. You heard it here first before we even went live. Somebody's got their shit list. Welcome to the Chalkzone. I, as always, am your host, TJChalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters right here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. for the AGL recap show. Playoffs round 1 is behind us. Round 2 about to kick off tomorrow night, so make sure that you come along and join myself along with Graves, as we'll be following all the action live. With me tonight, however, it's the usual suspects. I got Logie and I got Nucks with me. Nucks, let's start with you. I just want to state right off the bat before you say a word, here's what I did. You said you were having a few before jumping on, so I decided I would join you. So I got myself a little monster bomb here. So salut, sir. I know you're watching Tampa, Montreal, but we'll try and keep your attention the best that we can.
Oh, I'm not watching hockey right now.
Oh, you're not?
I'm too busy doing this, but salut. Salut to you, Logie. Salut to you, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, boys.
How are you doing, buddy?
You too, man.
Good, yeah. Getting it was an exciting week here,
Yes.
all around AGL between both leagues here. This was, quite a week.
Yeah, and like there were a bunch of really cool stories coming out of night 1, going into night 2, obviously. With so many teams on the ropes. But I think that one of the biggest stories that, we have to talk about is what became of the seeding. Over in the Q League, right? And we are going to get into, obviously, what exactly happened. But over in the Q League, you have, like, the top seeds that actually made it through. In the C League, however, your top 3 seeds, all gone. 3 of the top 4, all gone. Like, what happened, Nux?
Yeah, so I'll go along with this. I think with AO6 having 2 of their top players leave the league, Mike One stepping in, having the replacement,
yeah,
them having to pick up a free agent forward, and then finding a way to manage the lineup for that, there wasn't enough balance within that team anymore. The Panthers series, I stated it last week, that Dusters team, I stated that heavily, that the reason why they were going to win that series was the defense, and that's what happened. And then with my team, I'm not going to throw owners under the bus or the management. It was a decision to play the second line all 3 games on Monday.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we get it done, and that kind of put the pressure on us, and we couldn't get it done. It is what it is. Yeah. Stuff happens. And that's the excitement of the CL and how competitive it is, that all 3 top seeds are gone.
Yeah, and it is interesting, right? Because, one of the teams that I said I thought could be the spoiler team was the Kings. Thunder obviously taking a 3-0 series lead on the Monday night. Kings coming back and rallying back to take it to 7, but just not able to get the job done in the end. Over in the Q League, Logie, you had the Bulls and the Apaches who kind of pushed right on through, in the play-in round on the Sunday night, right? Like, we weren't exactly sure what was going to happen. I know you weren't here for that conversation, but we didn't know exactly how things were going to play out and who was going to be facing who. But, the Apaches were one of the teams that I was personally watching because of how good an end to the season was that they had, and just unfortunately they matched up against the Legion of Doom team that had their number from game 1.
Yeah, just coming in with the play-ins here, with the Apaches taking a 2-0 win there, right, to take and come in with a good late season push by the Apaches. Like you said, it was quite surprising to see them climb the standings, and looking at the players they added and trades they made, and they definitely started stepping their game up. Now, here's the thing, you can fight your way up there, but there was a reason why Legion of Doom was one of the top teams, and they go on to wipe them in 4 straight wins. Brand Flake's at the helm there, one of the owners, he led the series there with 7 points there, so no surprise, and it was close. You know what I mean? Like, I get that they lost, 4 straight, but those boys put in one heck of a battle.
Absolutely. Looking at the rest of it, like obviously your Goonie Tunes, the Glitter Trotters had to surprise you guys, taking you guys to 7.
Oh, yeah. So, honestly,
Pony Club rolling.
Wow, like, those boys play a real tight game, and I found what they were really good as their forecheck. They had, Chive, Kyle Parks, those boys really pushed the forecheck up there. They took the series lead on Monday right there. They were up 2-1 games. We kind of all said, yeah, we got to lock in here on the Goonie Tunes. So we pushed back for a 2-1 to send it to game 7 there. And thankfully, Zomboy put the puck in the back of the net on the game 7 OT. So, there's high predictions for Goonie to really wrap that up early, but I'll give it to those Glitter Trotters, man. They played one heck of, that was a very exciting series to play in.
Absolutely. Obviously, the Silverbacks taking them up at Slayers 4-1. One of the biggest stories, obviously, coming out of Monday night was the Raging Bulls taking a 3-0 series lead over Prestige Worldwide. Prestige managing to come back on Tuesday, performing the reverse sweep and taking it in 7 to move on to the second round. That it was just an awful lot of fun to watch.
So, oh man, that series was unreal. Like, just hearing, I kind of was checking in on everything, and I saw Prestige lose the first game. I said, okay, well, that's a one-off, and then as the night went on and they lost both the other two, I said, well, now obviously I don't think Prestige was playing their top line. You know what I mean? I think they faced the Bulls top line, and they put up some big points there. Some of the guys on the Bulls that night, they did some damage. So, and realistically, all the Bulls had to take was one game on Tuesday. They got forced to OT in game 4 and game 6. So it could have been anyone's game at that point. But Prestige, really showing why they are the top team here.
Absolutely. Nucks, going back to you really quickly in regards to the C League, was with all the upsets, obviously the Kraken over the Army of 6, Dusters over the Panthers, and Jurassic over the Hawks, was there one that was like the biggest surprise to you?
So I'm not gonna. I'll put it in retrospect of what probably the league thinks, and then my own view as well.
Yeah.
I think as a league, I think it was the Panthers. You have Pulsey, Shorey, and Carm. That's probably the best first line since it was Slim, White Tees, and Persinger when they were the Pylons.
Yeah.
A couple seasons ago. And what happened? They actually got eliminated too. They didn't even make it. So that's the thing with having an extremely good top line, and then the secondary line that's not as good that can compete as well. I think it was that Panthers series because of how offensive they were. Yeah. And now, personal opinion as well is actually the Panthers series. I didn't expect them to lose the way they did, and have these matchups come about. And if I could say something about the Q, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
Just to point out for Logie, Prestige Worldwide's top line did not do very well. B. Allen and Shady, they went 2-2.
Yep.
Armor Core went 0-3, and the star of that series was Bologna TT's. He had 14 points in 4 games and went 3-1. He had more assists than anybody else had points on that team.
Wow.
And then to point another thing out about another series on why they were so successful, I'm just double checking. I just had it here. It was the Legion of Doom. They had 5 goals against in 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and
Big Z 1.5 GAA and Grazer with a 1.0 GAA.
Yeah, no, fully agreed. Fully agreed. That Panthers one was a big surprise. One of the teams that I'm definitely going to be watching out of the C League, and we can definitely go into it as we kind of look at the previews ahead. But one of the teams I think I'm going to be watching very carefully out of the C now that we know who's advancing, is going to be the Kraken. Yes, obviously the Dusters did an absolutely fantastic job in the battle of attrition against the Panthers. The Kraken, on the other hand, it was unbelievable to watch that ridiculous trap that they played. Anytime Army of 6 was coming at them, Army of 6, they would have 2 guys running at them, there was 3 guys back. They could have 3 guys going at them, there was 4 guys back. They were always in control. and that's why they win the series, 4-1. The Kraken right now are to me, I think, based on that defensive style alone, they're the team that I'd be watching out for.
I will comment once we get to the matchups.
Absolutely, and that's that.
I'll leave it for then.
No, fair enough. And we're gonna make our way. TJ, sound a bit quiet. May need to turn up your output. Oh, do I? Am I quiet? Am I really? Hold on. Let me see here. Let me just make sure. Oh yeah, I did. No, I should
go
be
turn
okay.
my volume up on you.
No. I'm good.
No, you sound fine on my phone. Maybe just turn it up a little more.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe turn your phone up there, Rangers. Turts.
You sound like a mouse.
I just want to really quickly, Porter the Goat with a follow. Thank you very much. French Tastic with a follow. Thank you very much. And actually, a guy that you mentioned there, Nucks. Bologna Tatas dropping a follow. Thank you very much. Turts in the chat, dude. Turts. Okay, for those of you who don't know, okay.
You read that, Logie?
I was.
Yeah, he's DMing me about it too, about what happened.
Yeah.
No, did you just read what I just said in the chat?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Look, here's the thing. On Friday night, I was having a solid stream and we were having a good night, and my co-host made a comment about doing a shot, and I was like, I don't know, like, 'cause I was having a couple of drinky poos, it's a Friday night, just having some fun, and I was like, you know what, if somebody drops a sub, I'll take a shot. Well, a couple of subs roll in, and here comes Turts, and he's like, okay, I'll put my money where your mouth is, and dropped 7 subs. I went through about 11, 12 shots over that stream. It got sloppy near the end, boys. I'm not going to fucking deny it. I don't know if we're getting into that tonight, Turts. I love you, but no. We're not doing that again tonight. We'll have another party stream on Friday night, and you're all fucking invited.
So Saturday morning, were you like a broken down golf cart?
Dude,
get back up?
Dude, no, you know what? I drank lots of water, hit a full Powerade before I went to bed. I woke up in the morning. I was actually pretty good. A touch of a little something, right? And I was trying, just kind of pushing through it. But after I had my coffee, I was good to go. Me and the wife had our date day, and I was still fantastic.
Go to the store and buy some coconut water if you're not allergic to coconut.
Yeah, coconut water is very good for that too. It's the electrolytes. You got to get the electrolytes the night before you go to bed, boys. That's the key. Well, here we are. Round 1 is complete, and some definite surprises, but we now know what our matchups are going to look like for round 2. So we'll start in the Q League. Obviously, it's going to be Prestige Worldwide taking on the Silverbacks, and the Legion of Doom taking on the Goonie Tunes. Obviously, Logie, I'm going to start with you. Let's start over on the other side here. Prestige and Silverbacks. This is shaping up to be a potentially good series. My fear for the Silverbacks in this, however, right? And I'm not saying the Silverbacks cannot compete. They obviously can compete. They are a fantastic team. But Prestige right now, they, won 4 straight after dropping 3 to the Bulls. This is a team that is on a mission.
Yeah, they're coming out with fire under their asses here, trying to get going.
Yeah.
With that being said, Prestige took within the season here all 4 games against the Silverbacks.
Yeah.
They outscored the Silverbacks 26-7. In throughout the regular season. Some couple guys to really get into, to really watch here again is B. Allen, center plus 83, 60% face off, and a 4.23 points per game. He's going to be one of those guys that Silverbacks is going to have to keep their eyes out for.
100%.
Same with adding in Shady here and Armor Core. Plus 109, plus 93. Both guys riding, 3.97, 3.61 points per game. So, yeah. And these guys are, over 100 points each. So, for sure, Prestige is going to come out swinging here. Silverbacks, though, too. Let's talk about these guys. Let's get into a couple of these boys. Pootsie, right wing here, plus 66, 133 points, and a 3.80 points per game played. One thing I know about Pootsie, he likes to shoot. This guy loves to shoot, and he's good at it. That's one thing that Prestige might have a hard time dealing with. Is Pootsies is one of these guys that he's not gonna try and dangle his way around you all the time. He's gonna make that shot if he can.
Yeah.
And sometimes we all know how this game goes.
Yep.
A shot, just get a shot in, and it can go in.
Yeah.
Heedless at center here, a plus 51, 53.1% on the face-offs with a 3.09 points per game played. Heedless is definitely a good center here. Loves to move the puck and is a decent puck mover as well here.
Yep.
And then of course Marsh throughout the season here, lefty left wing, 85 points with a plus 63 and 2.58 points per game.
Yep.
So, numbers wise, yes, Prestige has a couple players that have a little bit more points and, like to shoot a little bit more. But to be honest, with the Silverbacks, if they can kind of tighten up their defense here, they were 9th overall in the season for giveaways here, 10th in complete passes, but they were 2nd overall for shots.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is Pootsie. So if they can kind of convert some of these shots into goals, they could really come out and shock Prestige here. Especially because Prestige, they were 16th in giveaways. You know what I mean? Those guys didn't turn over the puck very much, and they were 1st overall for complete passes. So these guys definitely, they're very accurate with their passes. So they're not looking to make that high danger percentage pass here. So
No, absolutely. And and one of the things that I will say that, I think we sometimes easily forget as we walk into the playoffs from the regular season, but the round 1 definitely proved the matter of fact that it does not matter what happened throughout the regular season. The playoffs are a completely different breed. It's a brand new season, and obviously the Silverbacks have a strong chance here. If I'm the Silverbacks, one thing that I would suggest, those shots from the point, boys. Take those shots from the point, because that was one of the things that the Bulls were doing very, very well through those first 3 games. What I mean, getting those shots from the point, those screen shots, and winning some of those battles out front for loose pucks. Maybe that's the way between that and Pootsies. Maybe that's the way the Silverbacks get through this. To me, though, I don't know how you guys feel. If I got to pick a winner for this one, I still got to go with Prestige. I think it's Prestige in 6.
Yeah, I can go with Prestige, and I can see Silverbacks forcing it though too. I'm gonna say Prestige, but in 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Silverbacks in 6. Biggest reason is they have the better goaltending, and to me, Prestige, if their first line goes either 0-3 or only gets 2 wins, they are not winning this series.
Wow. Yeah, no, fair enough. Like, we saw Prestige bounce back, but no, dude, that's a wild one. I'm definitely I'm gonna hold you to that one, and I think some of the people in the chat might hold you to that one too. As we move on to our second series, and Logie, before we start on this one, what I'm going to say is, despite where you're from, you gotta hold the bias back here a little bit. All right. We got our other series is obviously the Legion of Doom versus the Goonie Tunes. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Allow me before we start here. I want to preface this. This was one of the big stories from the very, very start of the season. Legion of Doom was started by alumni of the Goonie Tunes squad that won the championship last year. And the question really boiled down to which one of these teams, which one of these squads would end up being, the top squad. We saw a little bit of a fall off at the end of the season. Legion of Doom kind of slowed down, but they still ended up finishing in a great spot. But this Legion of Doom team is no fucking joke, and you guys are going to have your hands full.
Yeah, I'm not, there's nothing. It's a 2nd seed versus a 3rd seed here, so 2 very skilled teams. Legion of Doom did take this series, like regular season series here, 4-0 with an 18-12 goal differential. So, they definitely they got our number during the regular season. So hopefully we can figure out a way to break that here. Again, just going through some of these guys on the teams here. Goonie Tunes, obviously, we got Feeney here at center with 122 points, 52% face-off percentage, and 3.70 points per game played. So, Feeney's going to be coming out here, playing hard, shooting that puck. Feeney's a great center. I've had a great season watching him play here. And it's going to be exciting to see what he can do against this top team here. Same with Zomboy, right winger here, 92 points, 3.29 points per game played, a plus 42, and was a big reason why we kind of got to where we are for this week, is because he got that OT goal there.
Yeah.
And then of course we got Omar over here. He's been a big story for us this season. A 2.75 goals against average, 0.811 save percentage with 20 wins and 11 losses. So nothing to shake a stick at with Omar. This guy, he's an absolutely unreal goalie.
Shady's building you right now.
Oh, probably. And then looking over here at Legion of Doom. So many good names here that it's hard to pick three, but Cornhole, he's been a guy who's been on the leaderboard all season. We talked about him every week. Every week we've had him up there. This guy, I believe he is a rookie, so absolutely amazing job by Brandon and Apollo here and finding him in the draft and being able to pick him. He's got 149 points, a 4.38 points per game, and a plus 68. So look for Cornhole to definitely take control of these games here. That's a guy who's going to we're going to have to really watch. And then of course one of the owners here, Brand Flakes. One of the top right wings in all of the QL here, 124 points, 3.76 points per game, and a plus 47. And then we can't forget Big Bib. Big Bib was the Big Bib was a big story for his name is up here on the leaderboard every week again, right?
With many
easily,
different
I would say
spellings.
easily he's got to be the top goaltender here in the QL.
Yeah.
So with a 2.88 goals against average, a 0.841 save percentage, and he had 24 wins and only 5 losses.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to see Big Ziz if we make it to 7. You know what I mean? I'm hoping to see him up there, and you'll definitely see him play at least 4 games here. This is going to be an uphill battle for us. But again, I've played with Brand and Apollo for years now, and I'm excited to be able to play some good buddies over here, right? There's no bad blood at all, which is great. So I love doing this and having fun with these boys.
That's absolutely fantastic. Shady Ref got in the chat saying Med Dom is better. Here we are. Okay, so to me, if we're looking at the series from the overhead view, again, right, regular season.
Just say it.
Right, regular season, what happens doesn't necessarily mean anything coming into the playoffs. Playoffs, again, it's a brand new season. I think this one is really going to come down to a line battle between the two teams. In the end, I think this series comes down to goaltending, but I think it's going to be a tight series right to the finish. I give it to Legion of Doom in 7.
Do you want to say your bias comment here, Logie?
Nope, no, I'm not gonna put my mark on this because I'll be held to it if I do.
Fair.
I'll give Logie some credit in the sense that because I have owned with him. Yes, he is the AGL of his team. I'm gonna go with the goaltending battle is what's gonna win this game. Nothing against the offense or defense.
Yeah.
If your goalie can't make a save and it's a 1-0 game, that's on the entirety of the team. I'm actually gonna go Goody Tunes in 6.
Wow.
And the reason being is if Logie can step up to being the player that I know he is, he'll be an X factor for this series.
Logie getting
and
glazed
now
here.
Ogre wants to win because he's defending. They're defending their titles, so I expect Goody Tunes to come out, be up. I'm gonna predict even heavier. They're gonna be up 2 after the first two games of the series, and then it's gonna be a bloodbath after that.
Oh damn! Yeah. Wow, dude, I was not expecting that. You're picking the two lower ranked teams, but you know what? Hey, man, There's more boos. J-Bone with the boo in the chat. No, like, again, do not get me wrong, right? I think you're right. Like, yes, Goonie Tunes, they are the champs. They obviously know how to get it done. They are going to be going for it. They are going to take it. Like I said, I kind of just the way that this Legion of Doom team is built, I have to give the edge to the Legion of Doom. We're going to move on to the C-League and Nucks. This is where I'm going to be counting on you for
Sounds good, brother.
A little more knowledge here. Obviously,
Yep.
We got the Jurassic Puck and the Dusters along with the Thunder and the Kraken. To me, I think the series to watch here of these two, right? Like I said, you know how I feel about the Kraken. I don't think I need to stress that once again. But as for Jurassic Puck and the Dusters, you have the Dusters who, beat the Panthers at their own game. This is a team that looks very, very good versus a Jurassic Puck team that swept the Hawks. This is going to be one hot fucking series.
Yeah. So it is going to be a battle of defense between the Dusters and Jurassic Puck. They are both extremely good offensively. Defensively, that is where it's going to come down to. You have a rookie in Mr. Janik for Jurassic Puck. From the last series, there's a reason why they picked up Janik.
Yeah.
So CJ can play on the second line as a center.
Yeah.
And CJ being a second line center, I'd probably say 90% of the teams in the CL, he'd be a first liner. So like that's so crazy that Egger was able to pull that off.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna go the opposite, is that Thunder series. That Thunder team, they put up 11 goals, and this is where I'm gonna go my shit list. They put up 11 goals on Big for Life.
Yeah.
He had 11 goals against. They lost 11-1.
Yes.
In one of the games that was played. Big's GAA for 3 games was a 6.33. He couldn't even break 700 as a save percentage. He had a 6.55 save percentage.
Yeah.
Like, that's brutal. Big, what are you doing? You can say, cover the back doors, cover this, cover that.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to make a fucking save, dude. You were a big reason why that team lost in 7, because you couldn't help your team get a victory.
Big call here.
And then Trail had a 1.5 GAA in that King series. But that's why I'm actually picking the Thunder to win it at this point. They are the team that I'm out there looking at. They have the offense, they have the defense, and I hate to say it, it's going to be a tough series for the Kraken. And it's still a toss-up because the games have to be played. But I do see it being a very competitive series, and if anybody wants to shit at me for it, that's why I'm here. I'm okay taking it. I've taken enough verbal abuse from people, so I don't care.
Dude, number one, you got K-Rice in the chat saying terrible big analysis, and Drill saying that Nucks should have to play G. Hey. And also, Fleury hitting it on the head. And first time chat from Fleury, make sure that you hit that follow button if you haven't already. Chuck didn't help big at all in that game. Yeah, no, the defense was not helping in that game. They were trying to push up. They were trying to force. He was hung out to fucking dry, dude. Like, yeah, you could use a save here and there, but when you're talking about 2-on-1, 3-on-1 again and again and again, right? Like, if you go back and you watch through that night, both myself and oh my god, yeah, like we kept on saying the same thing, that it was just defensive collapse after defensive collapse over that entire first night from the Kings, and that's what ended up costing them the series.
I will agree with that. I couldn't watch the games. I was watching my own team's games on that first night. I just wanted to shit on Big because he's my friend, and he shits on me all the time. I was on his team when I was on the Kings, and I remember when I got traded for Chuck, they're like, "Oh, this is a poor trade. Chuck's this, Chuck's that." So I guess you guys maybe should have kept me, and you guys might have had a better chance of winning that series. But that's on Devin for making that trade.
Wow, a couple wobbly pops in this guy, and the truth fucking comes out. You only get it right here in the AGL.
I will say this: I'm eliminated. Chuck's eliminated.
Yeah.
trade's fair because we're both out, so it doesn't matter anymore.
There you go. And that's what it boils down to. I'll go over to you, Logie. Any thoughts? Like I said, Jurassic and Dusters. I think this one's going to be a banger of a fucking series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an absolute bloodbath here. But to add on to what Nuck said, this Dusters team, how much were we talking throughout the season about how good this Panthers team was and how good these guys were going to be, and we've seen their names every week.
Yeah.
Right? These guys were coming up every week.
Yeah.
And the Dusters took them 4-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, because I think Jurassic got off, I'd say a little bit easier against the Hawks here. I'm definitely going to say I think Dusters are going to take it. I'm going to say Dusters in 6 against the Jurassic Puck here.
Okay.
Switching over to the Thunder here. These guys now, they've been pretty quietly sneaky good, these Thunder guys. I definitely, with a 4-3 against the Kings here, I thought the Kings were going to be one of these teams to definitely beat.
Yeah.
And for the Thunder to be as good as they are, you know what I mean? I do think the Thunder have a little bit more of a defensive advantage here, and with the goalie, with Bloody numbers taking, I think Bloody's going to steal the game for him. So yeah. I'm actually going to go Thunder in 5.
Wow.
I'm agreeing with that 100%.
Wow.
I'm going Thunder in 5, and I'm going to go 7. It's going to be a 7-game series between Dusters and Jurassic Puck, and it depends on the avail. I am going to go Dusters in 7, though.
Damn. And you know what? I don't know about the second series. I don't know if I necessarily agree with you boys on that one. Here's what I'm going to say about the Jurassic Dusters series. To me, if Kate can have another big series, if the second line of Jurassic Puck can steal them a game, I think Jurassic Puck really has a good opportunity here to take this series. But looking at the raw numbers and just how the Dusters manhandled the Panthers, I think you guys are absolutely right. I think it's going to be the Dusters in 7. But, obviously, I'm going to be watching Jurassic to see what they do. Like I said, if that second line can steal a game and Kate can have another big series, this one could absolutely go the other way. As for the Thunder and the Kraken, I am going to completely disagree with you guys. I'm not here to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but here's what I'm going to say. Yes, are the Thunder a fantastic team? The Thunder are a fantastic team. Should they be favorites? Probably, yeah. Here's the thing. I watched the Kraken completely dissect AO6. Defensively, picking up when their opportunities came for them and scoring when they had their chances. I completely disagree. I think the defensive advantage in this series goes to the Kraken. I think the goaltending advantage, yes, it does 100% go to the Thunder. To me, I got the Kraken in 6. So, yeah. Can
I throw a rebuttal at you?
Sure.
Why I disagree with you really quick, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
So just to dissect the Kraken, yes, they have Tank Cal and they have Philly Kid, who are notable D pairings. Looking at the Kraken, though, between the forwards, I don't think they're going to be able to handle the whole team. As a complete team, the Thunder are the most complete team left in the playoffs. And I will say this, and it's long lost, but if the 2 players from AO6 did not leave, the Kraken, I believe, do not win that series at all. I don't think the Kraken would have stood as much of a chance as they did, and I think they would have probably lost in 6.
Nope.
So it has an asterisk because those players left, but because the playoffs are moving forward, I still see the Thunder winning the whole entire thing at this point.
Yeah, no, bloody number in the chat saying hot take. Maybe it is a hot take. Here's the last thing I'm going to say on it, and we're going to move on. I watched the Kraken during the regular season. I watched what I watched during round number 1. Like, yes, did AO6 maybe not have a couple players that could have helped them over the hump? Yes, but the play style from the Kraken that I saw through round 1 of the playoffs was ridiculous. absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, to me, I'm holding to my belief here. I got the Kraken in 6 on this one, and y'all can hold me to it. No problem at all. As we move on,
I'll make you a $10 bet right now on elite transfer if I lose.
$10 bet. You know what?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. $10 bet. I got the got the Kraken in 6. Let's go. Let's go.
I got the Thunder. I think that's a Thunder in 6 or was it Thunder in 5? I can't remember.
I think he said Thunder in 5. So we'll see. We shall see. As we move on to our players of the week for the Q League. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. Isn't it interesting when we get to look at this board that one of the biggest teams that you see up here is one of those teams that ended up getting eliminated after winning 3 straight. For your center of the week from the Raging Bulls, it was Team Indo with 17 points, a 38.7% face-off, and a +7x gravity is your left wing with 10 goals, 14 assists, 3.43 points per game. Bologna TTs, who is in the chat, how's it going, Bologna? 3 goals, 11 assists for 3.5 points per game for the Prestige Worldwide. Get some of these from the Raging Bulls. 10 points, plus 13 turnover differential, and 86.7% passing. Just absolutely fantastic. Law of Chaos as well with 10 points, a plus 26 turnover differential, and 82.2% passing. And your goaltender over here, Jake Blaze, with a 2.0 goals against average, 873 save percentage, going 4-0 on that second night with 1 shutout. Prestige beat the Bulls, but the Bulls are the ones that are mostly on this board. Logie.
Yeah, after seeing this, obviously this was one of the most exciting series we had in the first round here. Even the story itself is to be written in history here with a reverse sweep coming from Prestige here. So. Yeah. No surprise with TT Mende here. I hated playing against this guy in the dot. He's definitely a decent center there too. Yeah. And getting 17 points in the +7. So, same with Gravity here, which is Frody. I believe his name was Frody before. 10 goals, 14 assists, a PPG of 3.43. So, obviously this was one of these lines that just really took it to Prestige here. And then I think on the flip side here, who was the guy who came out here and put up a lot of points for Prestige? Well, no other than Bologna TTs here with 3 goals, 11 assists, and a PPG of 3.50. So, a big reason, obviously, why Prestige, came back and did this reverse sweep here. And then getting into the defense here with get some of these. 10 points, his passing percentage of 86.7. You're not how can Prestige come out here and win the game when they can't even touch the puck? Yeah. You know what I mean? You got a guy that they're not able to pick off those passes. Between him and Law of Chaos with 82.2% here and 10 points himself. These guys obviously did a lot of they made sure their passes were good and nothing could get picked off here. Yep. And then obviously I think why it all comes down to it here, we actually had for the Tuesday for a warm-up game, we actually played against Prestige at 7:30, and Jake was in net, and Jake was playing really, really good. So I know he messaged me after here and just told me that thanks for getting him warmed up, and he was hoping he could pull his team through it, and obviously it shows he did that here with a 4-0 win here and a .873 save percentage. So all around this just has the whole series here laid out for us. So
well, exactly. Did just out of curiosity, did Prestige win that warm-up game?
They did.
So in other words, Jake Blaze went 5-0 that night, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
He did. Yeah.
Nux, any thoughts?
Yeah, suck it, Logie. You lost another warm-up game. I'm very impressed. I'm gonna give some praise to TT Menda. From him being normally known as a D-man to having his first season as a centerman and then actually doing extremely well at center. I think you found another good position for you to keep playing there, Mendo. I'm very impressed with you this season. For TTs to have the point production he had and have, I mentioned earlier, more assists than anybody. He would have been, his assists alone would have put him still at the top of the list for points. But I'm very impressed with the Bulls for going through that grind, even though they had to play in the play-in. Yes, you guys lost. Yes, it was a reverse sweep, but you guys should be extremely proud of yourself from going from a play-in to taking one of the top QL teams to a 7-game series.
Hold on. Shady is saying Gravity had 24 points, but the Bulls didn't score 24 goals against us. No, I think if you're looking at the full week,
their points,
the points from the play-in count as well towards that. So they would have had
because
more.
he had 7 games. He had 7 games played on his. I was looking at that earlier.
Yeah.
So it must have been the play-ins that counted towards it. So
yeah, it is. It is the play-ins that are added on that too. Sorry, were you going to say something there, Nucks?
I'm pretty sure Prestige Worldwide had 22 goals against in their series, so 24 goals is pretty close to 22.
Players of the 2 weeks? No, dude, come on. It was on the Sunday night. It was right before your series started. Easy now, brother. As we move on to the C-League Players of the Week, and here we go. Maybe y'all want to prove me wrong. So, looking at your center, it's a Frosty Nightmare from the Thunder. 17 points, 52.2 face-off percentage, and a plus 14. Lemmy Winks, who, if I'm not mistaken, he was an ECU for the Dusters, I believe.
Yes, he was in for the Dusters.
That's right. Yeah, he was ECUing for the Dusters. He played 4 games, had 7 assists, 4 goals, 7 assists, 3.67 points per game. Dude, that was fantastic. He's obviously going to be getting moving on up to the scene next year with numbers like that on the left wing. Fleury on the right wing with 4 goals, 10 assists, 3.5 points per game. Straight Psycho is your lefty with 5 points, plus 5 turnover differential, 87.9% passing. Again, right, we talk about it all the time, how important that first pass from the D zone is. That's an absolutely fantastic number there. Your right D is Rusty07, 7 points, a plus 13 turnover differential, and 83.1% passing. And finally, your goaltender, bloody number, 0.74 goals against average, 933 save percentage, went 4-0 with 1 shutout. Damn. Nucks?
Yeah, so I'll point this out on why the Frosty and Fleury's totals are extremely high. Is a main reason is because of that 11-1 win.
Yeah.
In that game, they did. Like I said, I didn't watch it, and because I'm guessing Ranger was in that game, they couldn't get anything going. Frosty had 9 points. Fleury had 7. So half of Fleury's points was from one game, and basically half of Frosty's points were from one game. And having 4 Thunder players on there gives me more ammo to prove my prediction right over yours.
That's what
Bloody's numbers right there.
Yeah,
strengthens it even more. That guy. You can talk about the good goalies in the AGL.
Yeah.
He might have, not say mediocre numbers, his numbers might not be as top as number 1 every single season, because he's not born for the regular season. He's in there for the playoffs.
Yeah.
He is one of the best playoff performing goalies AGL has ever seen and will ever see. And then when I mentioned the Dusters, it's amazing that you have the AGM of the Dusters as the lone duster on this list. Reason why I didn't bring up Lemmy is because I don't know a lot about him.
Yeah.
And because he is a QL player, I wanted to leave that more for Logie because he knows more about that player than I do.
Yeah, Lemmy's definitely one of the topper, like one of the guys. I think he got stuck down on a little bit of a lower team this season, but I believe he was one of the top point leaders for his team. Usually comes in and plays. I've seen him play a lot of center. He's kind of been a guy that's been around for the last couple seasons and always puts up good numbers as a center down here. So not surprised to see him up here and doing well, especially when you're playing with a good team like the Dusters, which I think are going to also take their series. So
yeah, no,
yeah. To point this out too, he actually didn't play center for the Dusters. He actually ended up playing left.
No, left wing. He plays center down in the QL.
Yeah, so he did. And just to point that out, since I don't have a lot of stats, he ended up playing for the Moose.
Yeah.
He was almost a 2.7 points per game player. Yeah, he was a minus 13, but that's because of the team he was on.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing with how leagues work is to be competitive, you have to have good players. And not all teams are going to have the best players on the team or have the chem or have the ability to just draft extremely well with every single pick that they have.
No, absolutely not.
So congrats to all these guys. Lemmy, an amazing playoff debut for you. Your team was eliminated. And then just to come out and prove that you belong and you are now an option for any team in the second round. Good on you, brother.
Not to mention the fact that he played both on the same night, right? He got eliminated, and then like later that night was playing for the Dusters as they went on to take care of the Panthers. So absolutely fantastic for him, dude. This shit only happens in the AGL, and it's an absolutely fantastic series. Dude, I take again. What did I say? Yes. In terms of goaltending, the Thunder win this battle. Okay.
And the offense. Look at the offense.
In terms of defense, no. In terms of defense, I think the Kraken are solid. Like I said, dude, you guys, you can keep on trying. I'm not going to change my pick. I'm sticking to my guns here, dude. You know, I think it's going to be a great series no matter what. I got who I got, and it'll be interesting to see. I don't think it's going to be a quick 5-banger and out for the Thunder. I think they're going to have their hands full with that defense of the Kraken. They're going to struggle hard to get anything going, and I'm looking forward to watching it, dude. I cannot wait for this series starting tomorrow. As we move on to the good, the bad, and the ugly of round one, our full negative for this week is Armor Core from Prestige Worldwide. In 3 games played was a -10 this week. Turnover specialist Kyle Parks from the Glitter Trotters, 4 games played, had a -40 turnover differential. A little rough there, pal. For the passing failure, it's Retro, 403 from the Raging Bulls. In 3 games played, 45.7% passing on 46 attempts. A little youch. Not too many penalties throughout the playoffs. We'll definitely give him that. Heedless Gem from the Silverbacks does take the sin bin, though, through 2 games. Had 4 penalty minutes. Our hit parade was Cato Kincaid from the Glitter Trotters. Through 3 games, had 41 hits and only 2 penalty minutes. You were right, dude. That guy was just hitting anything that moved. And also from the Glitter Trotters, our big blocker through 3 games, Matthews, 94 with 13 blocked shots. Circle King was B. Allen from Prestige Worldwide through 4 games played, 67.1% face-off percentage on 82 attempts, dude. That is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. He's unbelievable out there. Public Skate. I was a little bit surprised by this one. It hurt to put it in there because he's my buddy. But Hash Brown from the Apaches, right? Like, you know, when we talk about these guys not being able to get it done, well, here's part of the reason why. Through 3 games, no points, -9, 2 minutes in penalties. What were you doing, man? You gotta contribute something aside from just waving to the crowd as you're skating by. Your stay greedy for this week as well was Shady Rap God from Prestige Worldwide. Through 4 games played, had 8 goals and only 2 assists, but was a -2 on the week. And our Swiss cheese was Memdom from Prestige Worldwide. Through 3 games played, a .717 save percentage, 5.67 goals against average, 17 goals against on 60 shots, going 0-3. He was the goalie on the first night, and obviously he wants to be having a bounce back in round number 2. Logie?
Yeah, I think Shady came in here and said Medom was better for the first overall goalie, and he kind of shot himself in the foot here with this one. But no, all joking aside, Medom is a good goalie here. You know, I just obviously the team wasn't playing well in front of him, and that's why they took a 3-goal deficit, or sorry, three game deficit on Monday here.
Yeah.
You know, but that again here, then looking up at Shady here, getting, you know, 8 goals and 2 assists in 4 games here. So, you know, Shady kind of doing his part to at least put a couple pucks in the net when needed here.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, looking at B. Allen, I'm not surprised with those numbers. 67.1 on 82 attempts. Like, wow.
Crazy. He was up there all year.
Yeah, he has been. And, you know, so that's another reason why Prestige is going to be one of the top teams to beat here. Now, looking at the hit parade, I'm going to just jump up to this one. Cato Kincaid here. 41 hits and 2 penalty minutes. Cato was just lining up our guys on the blue line there.
Yeah.
He was an absolute force to try and get through.
Yeah.
You know, he knew when to hit, and he didn't get penalized very much for it. So, good on him for doing that there. And then again, at the full negative there with Armor Core. You know, I Nucks said it earlier. Armor Core didn't. I think he went 0-3, and he just did not have a great series there. You know, three games played and a -10. So hopefully they can get a little bit more out of Armor for this next series here.
Yeah, absolutely. Quickly, I'm going to be coming to you here in a second, Nucks, as we take a look at our C-League, good, bad, and ugly. As you can see in the top corner there, Turtle got me wasted. I'm not going to forget that anytime soon, Turtle, but I love you. Full negative for this week in the C-League. It was its charts from the Kings. 3 games played at a -14. Turnover specialist was complete luck from the Dusters. Through 3 games played was a -37, 2 turnover differential. Passing failure. And again, this one does kind of make sense with the way that the series went. Gustav from the Kings, 60.3% on 73 passing attempts. Sin Bin, it was actually a tie between its charts from the Kings and Grizz from the Panthers. Both teams now eliminated. 3 games played, 6 penalty minutes each. The hit parade, War Pigs from the Hawks was able to get the hits for his team, but that's not enough to win them the series as they were eliminated. 3 games played, 42 hits in those games. Our big blocker and another one that, again, eliminated. A. Devon from the Kings, 4 games played, had 10 blocked shots through those games. Circle King was Carm from the Panthers. Through 3 games played, 63.9% on 83 attempts. Public Skate was OG, 55 from the Army of 6. 3 games played, 0 points, 0 pims, and a -5. Stay Greedy goes to Vintage Trav from the Kraken. 2 games played, had 6 goals and 0 assists with a +2. And finally, our Swiss Cheese was Big for Life from the Kings. 3 games played, 655 save percentage, 6.33 goals against average, allowed 19 goals on 36 shots, going 0 for 3 on night number 1. Next.
So to point this out, it wasn't 36 shots, it was 55. That should be 36 saves. So we'll give credit where credit is due. That Big didn't allow 50% of his the shots to go in.
That may have been a mistake on my part, and I apologize if it is.
Were you white girl wasted on Friday and did that stat line?
I may have been. And
to point out, so Charts was a part of that 11-1 loss.
Yeah.
So that's why his plus-minus is really high. Luck, it's expected. He's a offensive force. He's gonna do whatever he can to be able to get the puck through.
Yeah.
Gustav, same thing. They both are creative guys. If they see that pass option, they're gonna either do the cross crease pass or they're just gonna pass as much as they can. Grizz and Charts, I didn't expect these 2 players to actually be in the sin bin. Maybe they got pissed off with how the series is going for them, and they were just like, I gotta go take a few minutes in the bin.
Yeah.
War Pigs, I watched those 3 games. As a center, he likes to hit.
Yes.
Devon, that's expected. He likes things hitting him. He likes being hit on, I guess, by a freaking Black Rubber Puck.
Yeah.
Carm, an amazing centerman. OG. I don't really have a lot to say about OG on that. That's kind of a title that he should put in his profile. Trav, he's a creative offensive force.
Yeah.
He is my X factor for that series for the Kraken. So him having the 6 goals and now finding all the information out, big. I'm not sorry for being harsh on you. You're the one. You're like my best friend in this league. I will shit on you till the day I stop talking to you.
Let's go.
Enjoy the golf course, buddy, and I hope you enjoy your making some money while you're at work now that you don't have to play AGL.
Let's go. Really quickly, Russ with a follow. Thank you. Raph Eddins with a follow. Thank you very much. And Nodas 77 with a follow. Want to thank you very much as well. As we move on here, if it ever decides to go, there it goes. So right now, our forward, this should say playoff leaders. So I should, this should have been changed. It's all right. I'll get it changed up for next week. Right now, the goal leaders again. Right, you look at a lot of the ones that are up here. You got a few that are eliminated right now. So far for the Q, Gravity leading the way with 10 goals. Team Ender right behind him with 9. Shady Rap God at 8. Psycho with 7, and Heatless Gem at 6. Assists, it's Gravity with 14, Bologna TTs with 11, Team Indo with 8, Shelf with 8, and Slot Shot with 8 as well. Points per game, Slot Shot leading the way there with a 3.67 points per game. Bologna TTs at a 3.5, Nev Nasty at 3.5, Heatless Gem at 3.5 as well, and X Gravity at 3.43. Total shots so far through the first round, X Gravity with 54, Team Indo with 37, Moreau with 35, X Psycho with 28, and Zomboy with 26. And our plus-minus leaders right now from the Legion of Doom, it is Brand Flakes with a +9, Shelf behind him at +8, but he won't be going any further up. Beardman Savior at a +8, along with Kai Allard at +8 as well, and Gravity at +7. Obviously, we're going to see some serious adjustments on this board by the end of the second round, Logie.
Yeah, especially just looking at a lot of these top names here are, some Bulls players. Yes, again, reinforces how tight of a series that was and how eccentric and, it just a series for history here. And the Prestige Worldwide. Starting off with Brand Flakes here, big reason why they went 4-0 this week with a +9. That's huge. That's huge. And then Shelf following up with that +8. Big reason why the Bulls did as good and took those 3 games. Those two, that name right there with those guys. Really, overall, not surprised. Moreau was shooting pretty good there too with these shots. Same as Zomboy. Zomboy got that OT winner there. But obviously with Psycho, Gravity, and TT Minda here, these guys were obviously putting the puck on net, and they just goes to show a big reason why they took those first 3 games here with that, 54 shots in those first 3 games or however many he played. That's unreal. So, good on these boys. I wish it kind of could have turned out a little bit differently for them. That would have been a great name for, or a great, that would have been great for that team for sure. Again, looking through here with the goals with Gravity and TT Minda up there. And then followed up with Shady. So, it starts off with them on Monday, and Shady came back. Those guys. And then Heedless there, a big, another good centerman there. Big reason why the Silverbacks, took that series for sure here. One name I'm kind of surprised at seeing all up over here is especially you see Slotty here. He's got the number 5 with the 8 assists there and leading the PPG. So, give it to Slotty, man. He came in and took over the team, and he battled his ass off to try and keep relevant in these playoffs. But it's just too bad his team couldn't pull it together for him here.
No, absolutely, definitely a tough one and a bit of a heartbreaker for those guys. As we move over to the C League forwards, really quickly. So right now, leading the way for the goals, it is Frosty Nightmare with 7, JTEX with 7 as well, Silent Shady from the Dusters with 7, Washed Wolf with 6, and Tragic with 6 as well. Assists is Frosty Nightmare with 10, Flurry with 10, Rejects with 9. Lemmy Winks, again, who was an ECU, sitting at 7 right now, and Dreidel with 7. Points per game. And this one is definitely tells you exactly what Jurassic Puck are going to be in for. Rejects right now sitting at 4.33. Sound Shady at 4.33. Frosty Nightmare with 4.25. Spider-Man from Jurassic Puck with a 4.0. And Run Like Hell, Kate, as I was talking about earlier, at 4.0. Total shots right now, Shorzy leading the way with 24, tied up with Pigeon at 24, Frosty Nightmare at 23, Washed Wolf at 22, and Big Gav at 20, plus minus Frosty Nightmare with a plus 14, Flurry with a plus 14, JTE with a plus 13, Washed Wolf at plus 9, and Gustav at plus 9. Nucks, obviously, we're going to see some changes here, but the teams you expect to be out front are the ones out front. Nucks?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. I was watching the hockey game.
You're good. You're good.
It's a minute and a half left, and Tampa's down.
Yes, let's go.
So as I mentioned, there was one game that was 11-1. There was another one that was 5-1, and Frosty, JT, and Flurry, who has the 10 assists, all three of those players were in 2 of those games. So that's 16 goals in 2 games. So you can say the stats are inflated or whatever you may think, but they put up the goals.
Yeah.
They deserve to be on this list. They did what they had to do. And yes, it was an 11-1 loss. I commend the Kings for even staying in, because they could have left. It's a 7-goal. I'm pretty sure there's a mercy regardless if it's playoffs.
Yeah.
And for them to even stay in, I admire that whole team for staying in. But then you also see there's Kings players, like that was a 7-game series. So like you do see players from all the teams that are in the next round on this list.
Yeah.
They deserve to be there. And just seeing Rejects and Slim as the point per game player leaders, they must be playing together.
Yeah.
Or they are just dominant on their own on the line that they play on. And then the one that sticks out the most to me is Spider-Man. He is a former defenseman, because this is the first season that I've been a part of that he has played forward. He's actually one of the top D-men when he signs up for defense in AGL, and for him to have a 4.0 points per game as a forward in his first season is unreal.
Yeah.
And I do see this list staying relatively similar, with some of these names staying on there. It just depends on which teams are going to move forward.
No, absolutely. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of... Once you brought that up, we got 14 seconds remaining in the third. Montreal Canadiens are right now up 2-1 over the Tampa Bay Lightning, looking to advance to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's go, dude. If you're a Tampa fan in the chat, I'm sorry. Oh
my God, what a play by Hagel. Sorry.
No way. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna keep on moving on. All right.
Sorry, I just turned on the replay and Hagel just stopped the goal with him sitting on his ass.
Well, let's go. Oh my God. Defensive leaders right now through the first round. Again, right, we're seeing a lot of the Raging Bulls at the top of the boards. And again, right, like we have to reference that a portion of that does also have to do with not just, the first 3 games of the round 1, but also the play-in. Get some of these with 10 points. Law of Chaos with 10 points as well. Overwhelming at 7. Psych Funk at 7. And Corwan at 5 right now. Interceptions, it's Get Some of These at 17. Stumps at 15. Law of Chaos at 11. Psych Funk at 11. And X Driz at 9. Law of Chaos right now leading the way with takeaways 43. Be interesting to see how fast and if anyone can actually catch up to that number, even though it's not going to extend. So we'll see how that goes. Get some of these behind him at 23. Drizzy at 19. Wax Poetic at 17. And Silver Surfer right now with 16 takeaways. Block shots, it's Matthews with 13 right now. Nuggies at 12. Law of Chaos at 11. Get some of these at 11. Tugai at 9. Spacewalker leading the way with hits with 31 right now. Mickey Sean with 26. 1-4 Rose at 26. Silver Surfer at 24. And Nugsy, at 21 there as well. And the plus-minus leader Stumps right now, again, right? You're seeing another guy here leading the plus-minus on Legion of Doom with a +9. Corwan at +8. Get some of these at +7. Wicked at a +7. And Law of Chaos at +7 as well. Logan.
Yeah, so starting with Stumpy here, he actually was in the CL there last season. I've played with Stump for a couple years now. Great guy and very versatile D-man.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised to see him up here at the +9.
No.
So, they've got an unreal forward group. So, and Stumpy's great D-man on top of that.
Yeah.
Going over to the hits here, Spacewalker. That's kind of. He's usually a guy that doesn't lay too many. Like, I didn't think he was a big hitter, but for him to come up with 31 hits, wow.
I believe that's through 6 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, that's good then. And so a couple of names that really pop out to me here over the whole board. I'll just kind of wrap it up quick. We've got Matthews, Nugsy, McShawn, and Tugai. These guys on the Glitter Trotters, I will tell you, for defense-wise, they love to just crash in front of the net and stand in front of the net so you couldn't get anything through, right? There was times in the first night, definitely on Monday night, where we just couldn't get a puck through. We couldn't shoot anything through because these guys played such good defensive hockey, and it shows up here, right? With Matthews and Nugsy leading the way with the block shots. With the takeaways here, seeing Law of Chaos and get some of these, a big reason why they were top players this week, and probably a good chunk of the reason why they took that 3-0 lead up against Prestige there. Drizzy and Wax, I can't say anything bad about those boys. They were a big reason why we went. We came back on Tuesday and I myself with these two went 2-1 to force that game 7.
Sorry to interrupt. Montreal advanced.
Let's go.
Perfect.
Go Habs. Feels weird to say as a
Drizzy when he's on his game, it's just unreal. And same with Wax. And those guys came in and we were fighting. So it was good. It was good, and they were a big reason with those takeaways why we were able to clinch to that game 7 there. Again, with the points too here, with looking at get some of these in Law of Chaos. Again, big reason why these guys, took that first 3 games. Ogre, actually, I think he was playing right wing this week, so which is fine, but his main is the defense there too as well. So that's what I got for that.
Let's go. Taking a look at our C-League defensive leaders. I'm supposed to be playing a game at 9 o'clock, dude. I completely gapped out here, boys. I apologize. I don't know.
That's so good.
A game, I guess because
we'll get rolling.
Some of the connection issues, the game got pushed back to tonight. So quickly looking at the defensive leaders right now for the C-League. Rusty leading the way there with 7. Spawn with 5. Psycho with 5. Turtle with 5. And Grizz with 5 as well. So a pretty close race there. Interceptions. OG, who has now been eliminated, was leading the way with 13. Rusty at 8. Psycho with 8. Turtle, who is in the chat, with 8. And Tank Cal with 8 as well. Takeaways. Devin with 22. Turtle with 21. Osprey with 18. Tank Cal with 14. And Ranger Fan with 14 as well. As for the block shots leaders right now, and again, right, like we saw him here all season, Devin with 10. Obviously, that is going to change as the Kings have been eliminated. Just warming up with 9, Grizz with 9, OG with 7, and Rusty with 6. Hits, it's Turtle leading the way there with 18. Just warming up with 17, Nucks with 16. Trex Not Trex at 14. Yames Yan at 12. X Spawn with a +14 on the for the plus-minus leaders. Psycho with a +10. Turtle with a +9. Devin with a +9. And Yames Yan, once again, with a +5. Anything really stand out to you here, Nux?
Yeah, Devin, do you flirt and try to like have flirtatious conversations with hockey pucks before the game so that they can hit on you back or something? Like the amount of freaking pucks that keep hitting you is insane.
Leader all season. But
I'm not gonna say something that really stands out. I guess you can say Rusty. Out of all the players on this list, yes, it's points, but him stepping up for his team, and not say willing his team, but being a leader, a big reason why they ended up making it is something that really stands out. And then the next one is the Kings. You have 3 Kings on that takeaway board.
Yep.
Yes, it was a 7-game series. Yes, I can reiterate 2 of the games. There were 16 goals in 2 games, but he must have had Devin and Turtle together in those other 3 games that they ended up winning.
Yeah.
So nothing overly stands out. I guess I'm waiting to see how round 2 goes and then see if this list really changes.
Let's go. Finally, looking at our goaltending leaders. For the Q League right now, leading the way with wins again, right? Another one that's gone. DeLagara right now with 5 wins. Jake Blaze with 4. Gabriel with 3. Omar with 3. And Grazer with 2. Shutouts right now, it's Jake Blaze, the only guy with 1 over in the Q League. Shots against DeLagara faced 136 shots. But again, that's over 6 games, I believe that was. At Cookie Monster with 97 right now shots against. Dark Side Reborn with 74, the Birdman with 72, and Cowboy with 66. Amazing. All these guys you see on this leaderboard, all those teams are gone, so it goes to show, right? If you can minimize those shots, you have a better chance of moving on. Save percentage right now, Grazer leading the way with a 923. Behind him is Cabrelli with a with a .914. Parkey with a 900. The Birdman with an 889. Cookie Monster with an 887. And as for the goals against average right now, it's Grazer with 1.0 goals against average. Big Ziz or Big Bib, whatever you want to call him, with a 1.5. Cabrelli with a 1.67. Jake Blaze with a 2.0. And High Bullen with a 2.27.
Yeah, so just going over Grazer and Big Ziz up here at the top. I understand they've got such a good team in front of them. They probably weren't facing a whole lot of shots, so I'm not surprised to see him up there with the goals against average. Cab Relics there with sitting at number 3. Again, he would have been tested a little bit, but not as much as some of these other teams here. And then I'll give it, Birdman and Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster stole 2 games for sure on Monday there against us, and the Birdman is such a good goalie that he definitely he was hard to put the puck past there. Now with Jake Blaze here again, he came in hot and ready to go. I'm not surprised he got one of those shutouts there. That was their final game. I think it was a 3-0 game, if I believe I remember that correctly. So it gets the shutout in Game 7. So good on Jake there.
Yeah. Now quickly, I got to refresh this one. Oh boy, guys. It literally just froze up on me. Isn't that awesome? Don't you just love technology and the way that it works?
And we're rushing so you can make your game.
Right? Exactly. Here we go. Delete that. Hit OK. And then we're going to reopen it. There we go.
What position are you playing in your game?
Right D.
Oh, they need you.
Yeah, they do.
You can triple task.
And it's game number 7 too. It's Game 7 playoffs in TTC.
So you're gonna be in our next 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go here. Come on. There we go. Interact, and we're going right over to the final goalie page. There it is. Let's open this up. All right, now as for the C League goaltending leaders right now, if this ever decides to load, look at this. Isn't this awesome? So right now, Bloody Numbers leading the way with 4 wins. A Trilogy with 3 wins. Cujo with 3. Kazando with 2. And Zurion with 2. Shutouts, it's Bloody Numbers, Cujo, Call Me Skull, and Spider Monkey, all with 1 shutout apiece. Shots against, Eagle facing 79, Kazando facing 69, Viper 64, Trilogy with 61, and Buford at 57. Most of those guys, again, are gone. Save percentage right now, Call Me Skull is at the top there with a 1.0. 1.0? No, that can't be right. 1,000?
Yeah, he had a shutout.
That's right, he did, yeah. Bloody Numbers with a 993, Trilogy with a 902, Cujo with a 900, and Eagly with an 873. Goals against average right now, Skull, nothing, nada. Zeros across the board, baby. Bloody Numbers with a 0.74, Cujo with a 1.42, Trilogy with a 1.5, and Eagly with a 2.84.
Yeah, so I'll point out really, really quick that that Call Me Scully only played one game. They actually had an ECU for 3 games in that series.
Yeah.
So he only had it was a 3-0 win for that Jurassic Puck team, so that's why he's leading the way. Bloody, as we talked about multiple times, the fact that he has basically a 0.75. That's only 3 goals.
That's wild.
In 4 games. Which is absolutely insane. The reason being is because he also had that shutout.
Yeah.
Was a Game 7 shutout.
Yep.
So again, that's a big reason why we've talked about him.
Yeah.
Spider getting a shutout as well. Like all these goalies up there deserve it. And then all those goalies right there, Eagle having 79 shots against, he absolutely played amazing in that series. He had a 2.84 GAA in that series, and he did the best he could for that team. Again, whether you have the goalies, defense, or forwards, these lists are going to change. It's going to flip flop all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a roulette wheel. We don't know what's going to happen until something actually comes to fruition. Take that logo off. I saw that.
No, he was changing it because they put Cujo in as a member of the Kings.
I thought you were doing that. You're like, yeah,
no, that's
crack it all the way, baby. Crack it all the way, baby.
That's not me. Not me. I promise I'm not doing it. That's Rangers in the background.
No, I know it threw me off. I thought it was you. I thought you were playing a prank on Logie and I. But no. Congrats to these goalies. Yeah. Every goalie on this list deserves to be there, even if the goalies that feel like they deserve to be there. Us as players, we just didn't play good enough in front of you to be on this list.
No.
That's the only reason why. There's line matchups, you can do whatever, but every player that has been put on this list and has the point production or defensive stats or the goalie stats, us as people that are here doing this media stuff, we commend you and appreciate what you guys do for the league.
I think he's doing this on purpose now. Honestly.
That's a big middle finger to you, Ranger.
Oh boy!
But we'll move on so we can try to get this stuff done. So PJ doesn't have to play octopus fingers.
Dude. You know what? It's all good. I thought we were going to be eliminated. We just barely made the playoffs, and like I was barely playing. They made it, and I got to play at least a couple to help them out.
Give me your login. I'll go play right now because I'm playing golf right now too while I'm doing this.
We're good, buddy. I got this. One more time as we take a look at our playoff matchups. Starting tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, you can join myself and Graves live right here in the Chalkzone to watch all the action live. We'll be starting up probably a little bit before 8 p.m. But starting tomorrow night, it's the Jurassic Puck versus the Dusters, promising to be a fantastic series there. The Kraken versus the Thunder rounding out the C. And again, we'll see. I got $10 on this one with Nucks. I'm saying, boys, I think this one's going to be a tight defensive matchup, and I cannot fucking wait for it. This is probably going to be, for me, my most anticipated matchup.
Before you move on,
yeah,
look at the season series. That's the biggest reason why I've said it before. I know the season series is different.
See, the regular season stats mean nothing. The playoffs is a completely different ball game. We've been shown that throughout almost every single series so far these playoffs. The playoff series, the season series means nothing. Playoffs is a completely different breed, and the boys who know how to show up definitely show up in an absolutely different way. As for the Q League, it is the Prestige Worldwide that will be taking on the Silverbacks. This again is going to be another good one, and the Silverbacks are going to have to come up huge against a against a Prestige team that went 4-0 last week to perform the reverse sweep against the Raging Bulls, eliminating them. So that one will be fun to watch. And finally, for you, Logie, this is going to basically be the EASHL equivalent of Hell in a Cell as the Legion of Doom take on the Goonie Tunes in this best of 7 matchup, and I think this one is going to be an absolute fucking banger as well, buddy.
Yeah, keep your eye out there, Brand and Apollo. I'm coming for you boys. So
let's go.
As I said, Logie, you are my X factor for this series because I know that you have the ability to play defensive mindset hockey.
Yes.
Yep.
If you
Absolutely.
do the opposite, I'm sorry, you lose the series completely. You're my X factor.
I agree.
Oh, Logie's the X
I
Dude,
agree.
well, what was it? What was that game? Was that game 5? Was it game 4 or game 5? You potted 4 goals, Logie.
Yeah, game 5.
Yeah.
Logie had a horseshoe up his ass that
Yeah,
game.
dude, that was fun to watch, dude. It was just like every time it touched his fucking stick, it was going to the back of the net. Well, guys, I got to go play a game of hockey, so I apologize that I actually have to rush this one. I never like doing that. But again, I want to thank all you guys for the follows tonight. If you love what we're doing here in the Chalk Zone, make sure that you subscribe to get more content. There's going to be lots more coming at you. Once again, make sure that you join myself and Graves here tonight, starting probably about 7:45 for all the live action. Round 2 of the playoffs. AGL Season 8 begins tomorrow night. This is going to be an absolute fucking banger, and I can't wait to see every single one of you there. I'm going to be playing, once again, as I'm sure you noticed right off the start, there was the Can-Am video. I'm going to be playing that one more time for you here on our way out. Make sure that you do sign up for that. Logie, Nucks, I want to thank you guys very much for joining me here tonight.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep,
I appreciate it. Logie, good luck in the playoffs, brother. I hope to watch you kick ass. And I'm just going to point this out because I've mentioned it. TJ, I'm available if you need help with playoffs.
Right on, buddy. Yeah, no, we may need you. We may need you, and I will be sure to let you know as soon as possible.
Yeah. And good luck in your games today, brother.
Thank you very much, Logie. Thank you, buddy, and good luck tomorrow.
Yep.
As for me,
thanks, boys.
as for me, that is it. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in tonight. I have as always been your host, TJChalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters right here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.
This is history in the making. Something in me's awakening. I just wanna breathe and embrace it. Look up in the sky, you can see where I'm aiming. I never be denied, my destiny is awaiting. All the naysayers stayed praying that I wouldn't make it. Had to look inside, find a motivation. See, I want this more than everything. I will die turning dreams into realization. Staring in the mirror, having conversations, telling myself we don't stop, we gon' drive, we may fall, but we gon' fly. It's showtime. This isn't where you give up, this is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. History in the making. History in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. Blood, sweat, and tears from the brave spirits. Those who paved the way keep my faith in it. Looking up at the posters of my heroes, cause it was impossible until they did it. Man, we build bridges and break limits, trying to make a better way when the day's finished. For the future, we winning if they winning. This is our story, I just wanna leave a page in it. I'm focused like there's no net beneath me, and I'm walking on a high wire, soul like a wildfire. I don't want it, I need it, it's beyond desire. This is where I climb higher, and this is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. This is where you rise, this is where you shine, this is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is history in the making. History in the making. We gotta seed for the future. Plant a seed for the future. Even if we never live to see the shade. Even if we never see the shade. We gotta plant a seed for the future. We gotta plant a seed for the future. Even if we never get the glory or the praise. Let's go. This is history in the making. This is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise. This is where you shine. This is where you become the greatest of all time. History in the making. This is where you rise now. Come on. This is where you shine now. This is. You've been waiting for this your whole life. You've been waiting for this your whole life.
Are you even in this? The scars they form with distance. A prison. It's like I'm trapped inside my mind. Oh, how did we get lost in this moment? Are you a victim or are you a witness in this life? So hold fast as I fall through the cracks of your heart. Oh, I can't Is this real or fantasy? Truth defined or make-believe? Try not to think about every single doubt that is slowly killing me. And I wonder if you know that I don't believe a word you ever say. Oh, I know you'll never change. Could you save me from myself? I swear I'll let you have what's left. Do you ever even think about me? 'Cause I'm dying to think about you. If only you could let me know. Give me something more than hope. Could be heaven if you're dying with me, or could be hell living without you. Every time you speak, every time you see, I can feel it boiling in my blood. Now I can't escape it. Every time you speak, you never listen. Every time you see, it's tunnel vision.